Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We are here in Safala. Things might be looking and sounding a bit different. That is because we have a new PC, and we tried to get everything set up beforehand, but things obviously could be different from our old PC. So if you have any opinions, please put them in the comments below. But what are we doing now? We are now in the Dwarven missions, or Dwarven skill quests. So that is what we will be working on today. We gotta chuck to Undutha Blastrock here in Safala to get one of the first ones. These quests are kind of split up between two different groups. There's ones that are in like the northern areas, just in outposts, and then the rest of them are in the central transfer chamber or in the battle depths. So let's start with this big unfriendly Jotun. I got myself a giant problem, friend. I came all the way from Deldramor because Bludger Black Powder needed to extract some tricky ore for his high quality explosives, but noticed through that I set up operations, did a Jotun clan move in and slaughtered most of our workers. The rest of the miners won't go near the site. You might not know this, but we dwarves don't much like Jotun. Nasty customers, big clubs. Do me and Budger a favor, would you? Go remove this Jotun clan leader and all his dwarf busting buddies so we can start mining. I will let the Jotun clan muscle you out. Alright. So this is, I believe it's out this exit. I think. Trying to remember. Dwarven Stability and Snowstorm. Both of these are pretty, like, relevant skills. Well, not both, but one of them is a pretty relevant skill to the game because it doubles stance duration, and that's just a really nice ability to have. So, yeah, this quest is pretty short. There's just a whole bunch of Jotun here. Jotun? Jotun? Jotun. And all you gotta do is kill them. Not very hard, is it? I forget if these are actually a group or if they're just, like, segmented together. I think they might just be segmented together. Oh, nope, they're a group. Gotta be a little bit careful with the chieftain, obviously, because he's a boss and he's a warrior, so he could probably very easily hit, like, 300s, so... Here comes more Jotun. I actually don't know if we have to kill everybody or if we just have to kill the big boy. So I'm just gonna try to focus on what I think are the more important targets. Probably these blade turners or these mine turners. Yeah, the melees aren't nearly as bad. Alright. Oh, okay. It looks like we just needed to kill him, so we could have literally just ran out there and killed him and then came back in. But whatever. To each their own. You're proving to be quite a handly human to have around. Budger will be thrilled to hear the news. It means more powder kegs for him. It'll get my mining team back there as soon as possible. So Jordan's stability. Yeah, this makes stances last longer. And if you're drunk, it means you can't be knocked down. A lot of the Dwarven skills have different abilities if you're drunk. Some of the Norn skills do too. It's kind of a interesting thing they do. Snowstorm. This is just like an AoE spell. Croc Flameship, a notary cruel stone summit dwarf, has mobilized a mounted unit that has been wrecking havoc on its deldramor. These stooges have been sighted in Jaga Moraine. You'll be doing us a heck of a favor if you put the hurtin' on them. Alright. No problema. So this should be just a quick trip up into the Jaga Moraine to get this done. I hope everybody's having a nice time. It's gotten very cold and very miserable where I lived. I just started classes again, so things a little annoying, but not too bad. We got the new PC up and running, so that's great. Where is this? Find and destroy the elite cavalry in Jalga Moraine. Oh, it doesn't tell you where it is. But guess what does tell me where it is? Guild Wars Wiki, probably. Yep, okay. Alright. So according to this, he should be up this way. There's a berserking Wendigo. Berserking Wendigo. Ah, there he is. Oh, Stone Summit, come out to play. Oh. Probably gonna aggro a lot of these Wendigo, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. No, we're gonna get all our skills back and we can just nuke him. Ooh, I think I might still need that piece. That is relevant for later. And I don't want to have to go farm them, so any of the pieces I can just randomly get as drops are good for me. Alright, we can go right back. Undath Blastrock. So you put out Flame Whip's fire, eh? If you were 2 feet shorter, I'd kiss you. Bugger would be especially thrilled. He's got a long, unpleasant history with crack. He'll be celebrating tonight. Don't trip. Alright. So that's all of this little guy's quest. I think there's one outside of here. I'm going to check for it real quick, and if there isn't, then we're going to go over to Gunner's Hold, I believe, and do that quest. It's either in Gunners or it's in, what's the other place I'm thinking of? It's either in Gunners or it's in Eye of the North. I'm not seeing him, so I think we have to do another quest to trigger him to show up. Okay. So let's go over to Gunner's Hold. And over here to Kilroy Stonekin. It was Leroy Jenkins. There is much to do. So this is a solo quest. This is also a dungeon, but we're just going to do it now because it's part of the getting skills part. This is actually the main way most people level their characters up to level 20 because it's a very easy thing and it gives you a lot of XP. I've been training with these Norn to learn how the ways of brass knuckle brawling. I gotta say, them big fellas can fight. To them, you're nothing but a clown, but I'll teach you what I've learned so you can jump in the ring and tangle with the best of them. Here, take these brass knuckles and crack a few skulls. It's good for the constitution. Excuse me while I line up my knuckles. So for this, he'll give you a pair of brass knuckles.
What news of the war?
Yeah, he gives you a pair of brass knuckles, and you end up doing this training with him, and then there's a dungeon afterwards. So we got a jab. Oh, let's go. So we just gotta make sure we it's pretty easy. You literally just spam. Ideally, you try to bait out their interrupt, which is the right hook. One trick you can do is a lot of times before these guys start fighting you, you can get in a couple jabs. You just want to make sure you keep spamming. So it's not this quest, it's the quest after this that people generally did for XP. So we'll show that one off probably as well in this episode. We're probably just going to get all this out of the way. Or maybe not. No, that one will probably be good enough for its own video, actually, because that one will be quite long. So we'll save that one.
What news of the war?
So sure, the Norna whooping good time. You did Kilroy proud.
Hail, human.
So this skill is actually pretty cool. This is a armor ignoring knockdown that always hits. It costs a lot of adrenaline, but it's actually a very good skill, especially for chain CCing. You see it on all my dagger builds. Oh, this is actually... I could just do this on my main account. But anyway, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I want to thank you all for coming out. That quest doesn't actually have a skill, so I apologize for the last couple of minutes where I was talking about doing it. I will just be putting it in the dungeon section, because that's where it makes the most sense. But thank you for coming out. I hope you have a great day. If you have any comments about the audio and stuff like that, so we swapped computers. It's a fresh install of OBS. I tried to copy all my settings over, but some stuff might have changed. Anyway, let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.